Okay, well, review time again today, and instead of doing a film, I thought I would review an audio drama I listened to on YouTube recently called Helix Station, which is set in the world of a recent video game called the Callisto Protocol, created by a development team headed by Glenn Schofield of Dead Space fame. Now, I haven't played the game, and I don't think I've got a system that would run it, frankly, but it has had a mixed reception among critics. From what I've heard of the lore, though, the story is an interesting one, if not particularly groundbreaking, though it is deemed by some to be rather too similar to the developer's other work, namely Dead Space. And there are flaws within the story itself, which is, to be expected, I think. From what I've seen of it, as I say, it looks pretty good. It looks interesting, anyway. And from what I've heard, a lot of the criticism seems to be surrounding Glenn Schofield himself and some of the arguably unwise statements that he's made on Twitter. And, of course, to do with the imperfections in the game as well. Right, so the audio drama, Helix Station, stars Gwendolyn Christie and Michael Ironside and also Leyland Orser, among others, and is told in 6 parts. I will be starting this review with part 1, funny enough, though I should mention that this is hard material to review without referring to the story itself, so I would suggest that people may want to listen to the audio drama itself first if they want to avoid spoilers. If you don't care about spoilers, however, or you've listened to it already, we shall begin with episode 1, The Proposition. Okay. We open to a cacophony of screams as we meet Percy, the primary protagonist of the piece, played by Gwendolyn Christie. She's injecting herself with a drug that we take to be a medication of some sort, and her partner Kane, played by Michael Ironside, is sort of chastising her for it over a radio. We don't know why at this point, really, but we can guess that the drug may be illicit, or maybe she's an addict, or something like that. Kane and Percy are what is known as skip tracers in the Callisto Protocol universe, which are essentially bounty hunters, and they are at the location where we find them to collect the bounty on a man called Krober for people trafficking. The conditions Percy finds are horrendous, involving a certain amount of cannibalism and so forth, and she ends up unleashing her own brand of justice on the target before leaving and returning to her ship. Soon after she gets aboard, after being questioned by Kane as to why she did what she did, the ship is met by another ship from the United Jupiter Mining Corporation, specifically from Black Iron Security. Percy and Kane's ship are boarded by 3 members of Black Iron Security, Metzger, Prendergast, and Tanaka, and told that they and their ship are being commandeered for a mission to Helix Station to find an escaped convict from Black Iron Prison on Callisto, which is one of Jupiter's moons and where the game takes place. The game being the Callisto Protocol, of course. They grudgingly agree to the mission because they haven't really got any other choice, and the episode ends with the ship crash landing onto Helix Station. In the world of the game, and thus the audio drama, the United Jupiter Mining Corporation, or UJC for short, are the villainous, all-powerful company that runs everything. Think Weyland-Yutani from the Alien universe, for example, with Black Iron Prison being a large facility run by the company. There is also an advert for Helix Station featured in the episode, hinting at the reach and morals of the UJC. As I say, Percy and Kane accept the mission, grudgingly given Percy's past, which we come to learn about as the episodes continue, but which we're introduced to here in episode 1. And we're off to Helix Station, the so-called Diamond in the Dark. We get bits and pieces of what happened the last time Percy was here, and it's pretty dark stuff. But this opening episode is well paced, and Christie shines as Percy, the skip tracer with a heart of gold. We don't know much about the station yet, but what we do know is dark and tragic, and it sets up nicely for the horrific events that are to come. The one small criticism I have regards the advert for Helix Station featured in the episode. I understand why it's there, to provide counterpoint to Percy's claims and the horror that Helix has become, and also to show the reach and the morality, or lack thereof, of the UJC. But for me, it does affect the pacing somewhat. Having said that, though, as I say, the lore is dark and foreboding. The Ring of Corpses is a particularly spooky idea, and whets the listener's appetite for episode 2. However, with all the above being said, and to keep these videos relatively short, I'm going to stop this review here for now, and cover episodes 2 and 3 in the next video. So there's going to be a series of these. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I shall speak to you soon. Cheers for watching, and bye for now.